I've went into 3 companies and its investment, I would put up a 99.9 chance that I'm going to be right, that I'm going to be scammed. What I want to do in this episode is to give you some clarity, at least from my perspective as an 11-year professional network marketer. How does a scam or a dangerous opportunity look like? $30,000 lesson for all of you, okay? Hey guys, welcome to Keep It 100 Talks. And the reason I created this podcast, this talk, is because I believe conversations have such a great way to influence our life. There might be a conversation that you're listening in, or maybe somebody that you're talking to. And in those moments, something in that conversation triggered an inspiration, triggered a whole new set of actions, decisions that open up a whole new path for your life. It's like a little window that opens up to a whole new world. So I want to bring those meaningful conversations in a podcast like this. So we bring in people who are willing to share their journey, share their mindset, share their thoughts and knowledge revolving topics around mindset, money, and lifestyle. So with that, I got a favor to ask as well. If you ever find value in these conversations, please do us a big favor by subscribing to the channel and also sharing with your friends. Because I believe the larger the podcast grows, we're able to get more people onto this channel to provide you more value. Right, so thanks for watching this episode, and let's keep it 100, let's keep it real. Let's have some really good conversations in Keep It 100 Talks. So there are a lot of ways to make money out there, and sometimes we get approached by friends saying that we have an opportunity to make money. But oftentimes we also hear stories of people getting scammed, right? People losing money, and worst of all, sometimes in that process they also hurt their reputation. So in this video, I want to talk about how to inform yourself. Perhaps in my 11 years in the network marketing industry, I've seen many people pitching opportunities. I've seen many people sort of claiming to make a lot of money and losing it all. And by the end of this video, you probably have more clarity on the next time someone pitches you something, okay? So, I'll start off with this. The best way to defend yourself, I believe, is to give yourself knowledge, information, right? Wisdom. So take this whole idea of today's episode not just as like a step by step, right? Because we can always point fingers and say, they did this to me, this company or whatsoever, right? But at the end of the day, if someone got scammed, it's they have to initiate putting the money in, right? So it's always in your hands first. Okay, so I want to empower you guys to do that, and I'm not trying to make people who got scammed feel bad about it. It's if you've lost money about it, I'm really sorry. Okay, I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying this because we can do better. Okay, so let's get started. There are 3 types of scams, particularly in the network marketing or multi-level marketing sort of world out there. I'll start with the first category, and the first category is what I call the illegal companies out there. So how do you identify an illegal company? So if you look at specifically in network marketing world, there is actually laws protecting consumers and people who want to participate in this industry. In Malaysia, it's called Akta Jualan Langsung, which is the Direct Selling Act. Okay, and if you really look into it, there are guidelines on what is a legal company and an illegal company. And some of the traits, I'm not going to give you a full summary. You can go online and it's all available, public information over here. There are things labeled as money game, Ponzi scheme, pyramid schemes. Okay, so and those things are illegal. Okay, they are completely illegal based on the act. Right. In fact, if you notice a company that is doing that, you can lodge a complaint to the government, and they will do the investigation. Okay, so talk about illegal money game, stuff like that. Here is what I observed in 11 years. If it's an investment-based network marketing company, there is an extremely high chance it is illegal. Okay, for a few reasons. Number one, they promise returns. Okay, and because that's the basis of investments, right? There's returns of investments, and who's regulating those returns, right? They just claim. So if you put in 10,000 ringgit and the company says you get 10% or 7% or whatever, right? Who's to say that that money is really yours? It's just a number on your screen. And that sometimes can be really seducing, right? And the second part is when you bring someone in. So let's say if I've signed up and I've done this. I'll talk about that story later on. I've signed up and I've done like 10,000, for example. And then I look at let's say my producer, Jean over here, and I said, oh, Jean, this is a great opportunity. And then she signed up as well, she put 10,000 ringgit. And then I get a recruitment bonus of 1,000 ringgit, okay? But where does that 1,000 ringgit come from? Because in my bank account, I have 1,000 ringgit more. In her account, right, her, not bank account, that account, she also have a 10,000 ringgit. So nothing is deducted. A bonus 1,000 appeared out of thin air. Sounds a bit suspicious, right? So let me build you this whole idea how it works in numbers over here, right? So I've already given you an example. Thomas puts in what 10,000, and then he brings in Jean, right, who brings 10,000, and then I get a bonus 1,000. I don't know where this comes from. And now in my bank account, I have like, or rather, my online account, I got 11,000 ringgit, right? So, and then if Jean brings in somebody, let's say she brings in KY and he brings 1,000, she gets 1,000. Where does that 1,000 come from? And worst case, sometimes Thomas also gets, say, 2,500, an additional, what is, oh, sorry, 250. Where's all this money coming from? Okay, that's something really scary. Okay, and I'll show you why in a moment. And worst case, to add fuel to the fire, every one of us are getting a really high return. So there was a company called, starts with T, right? T and ends with an X, right? Some of you may know this. I got scammed by this company. I knew it was a scam, but I just want to participate just to, see what the hell was going on, right? And I wasn't going to share with a lot of people. I just want to get in and see how people operate. And you're promising like 5 to 7% return per month, okay? I did some calculations. It was like 80% a year. Right? That's ridiculous kind of returns. And on top of that, you can make money by bringing somebody in. So it seems like a really nice opportunity. And they're practically quite smart. They're meta trader and stuff like that. They can show you the numbers moving. So you sort of feel like it's like something you're really investing in. No, when I show this to some of my friends who are in a financial institution, they say, well, if they're making 5 to 7% or 8% per month, why aren't they selling their services to banks, right? To bigger institutions where they can fund their investments a bit more rather than going through all of this? Well, my personal answer is because the consumers are not educated. A lot of them are not educated. And I hope by the end of this video, you know what to look out for. Okay. So watch this. So I put in 10,000, and KY put 10,000. So realistically, for example, there's only 30,000 real money in here, the real money. Okay. And then they add artificial money. I'm putting a big A here, artificial money, right? Which is, let's say, 10,000, 1,000 ringgit per person. So that's another 3,000 artificial ringgit money. And then another artificial returns, right? Let's say every month, the artificial returns is 500 ringgit per month. That's additional 150. So essentially, you have every single month, I generate around 4,500 artificial returns or whatever. It's really added into the whole pool. But the point is this, eventually you reach a point that you get the real money in here, let's say it's 3 million, okay? And then there is a very enlarged artificial returns, artificial. So this is the total pool. So from the outside, you may think that's the total money out there. And we haven't talked about the company's expenses, they have to also spend money, etc., right? So let's say you'll reach a point of total 15 million, right? Or maybe 10 million. Let's be conservative, 10 million. So the 7 million is missing. It's an artificial number. So here's where it gets really ugly. Let's say a few of the top people, right? These are people who are very close and they know what's the news and they know when this is going to happen. They started drawing their returns because in their account, if they open up the account, maybe they have 2 million, right? One guy has 2 million and the other guy has 4 million, for example, right? And now notice this, if they start drawing this money, I'm sorry, my writing is horrible, but let me just do it one more time, okay? Let's say this guy has 2 million, okay? And this other guy has 4 million. But the real money is only 3 million. You see the problem right now? So it sees who can take the money out first. So it's like a sort of a musical chairs, right? So who gets to sort of, grab the chair before the whole music ends, right? And this is exactly how it all collapses, right? So I'm giving you a very small, like 2%, but typically it's like, maybe 100 or a few thousand people that takes the money out, and then the rest of them, they suffer, right? But the point is, it all comes down to the end, they won't have enough money to pay everybody out, right? So can you see the illegal factor over here? Not only is illegal, it's actually unethical, okay? And they use all these ways of luring people in, and sometimes they use testimonials. And the worst one I've seen was, I was in a seminar, one of these, they got their group seminars because I'm doing some research. And someone said, the returns are so good, I was convinced after a few months, they sold their properties, right? One of them, which is fully paid, two of them are halfway paid. And this is a 50 plus year old auntie. who put all the monies in, and she said the returns are much better. What I used to get in 1 year, I'm getting every single month. As I'm saying this, I feel a little bit like my stomach's twirling, because for me, that's a lady that's a savings, that's a retirement. And few 1 year plus down the road, the whole company collapsed. And they didn't really collapse, but what they did is that they changed their earnings into coins, and then they can devalue. They used to say $1 to one coin, and then now it's like maybe 0.2 cents per coin or something like that. So whatever earnings you have are degraded into like 2% of what you actually have. So very painful. And unfortunately, this is not unique. It happens again and again and again and again. Every decade, I see a couple of companies do this again and again. All right. So why am I doing this video? Because I want our viewers here to know how it looks like. So my number one rule of thumb, after everything I said, just take it simply. If it's a recruitment base, means you get paid by recruiting somebody and you get really high return. It's an MLM, multi-level marketing, which is a legal structure, but they use this multi-level marketing way to build the business. It is a network marketing way of building business. All right. And it's investment. I would put up a 99.9 chance that I'm going to be right, that I'm going to be scammed. And throughout my 11 years, I have been 100% right. Okay, right. In fact, I've went into 3 companies. All right. One is the tea company, which is Forex. 2 others are crypto, right? And there's a lock-in period and stuff like that. I've lost money in it because, well, I knew it was a scam. I just want to know the ins and out of it so I can sort of share this. So take this as a 30,000 US dollar lesson for all of you, okay? All right? So that's the first one. Investment, walk out of the way. It's illegal, and now you can see why it's illegal and why we have laws protecting us, protecting us and following, just look at the law, right? It's all public knowledge, is out there, right? What is a pyramid scheme? What's a Ponzi scheme, right? Don't have to know all the nitty-gritty. I give you a shortcut, investment, walk away. Next, there are companies. The second kind of companies are companies that are illegal, right? Right? Not legal. Okay? Not legal. Sorry. The second kind of company is the legal companies, means it's set up legally, but they are not ethical. So it's number 2. Right? Okay. So let me explain this. Network marketing is a legal way of distributing products. So rather than using a retail structure or maybe direct marketing structure to sell your products to your customers, some companies choose this model called network marketing or multi-level marketing or direct selling. That by itself is not an illegal structure, right? It's something that's used by a lot of companies, and there are many huge companies around the world like Amway, Herbalife, New Skin, the company I work with, Energic, right? All these companies are reputable companies who rather than doing their marketing, they let their network do the marketing, right? Let the distributors, let the users do the marketing through referral structures, okay? So there's some companies, they fall under the legal, means they follow the guidelines, they follow the Akta Jualan Langsung, the Direct Selling Act. And they set up a company legally and they have products to sell. However, why is it unethical? Because the founders of the company set up the company with an intention to shut it down in the near future, right? Sometimes it's not illegal to shut down because it's your company, right? You can actually shut down the company, right? So let's say to start up my company, I need 2 million. Okay, I'm telling you a story that I've seen before. Okay, so let's say you need 2 million to start up a company because you need 1 million to register the company, put it as deposit and stuff like that, and all. And then you need another 1 million to develop some products and also sell your first batch of products. Okay, so what this person has done, right? He's an ex multi-level marketer and also someone who has been scammed, so feeling a bit bitter about it. But he also realized that that's how people make money, right? They've joined another legal and unethical company, right? So they replicate this sauce, the same formula. Okay. So this fella will go up to some of the top network marketers that he knows, people who have maybe hundreds or thousands of people under them before. They follow this person, right? So, and let's say person 1 has 1,000 followers and person 2 have another 1,000 followers. So the founder wants to start, but he doesn't have the money. So what do? They say, okay, why don't you get it at 2,000 people? Let's to give them a pitch. Okay, the whole ground floor pitch I talked about earlier. Okay, and let's say I'm only successful to pitch to, let's say, I'm only successful to pitch to, let's say, 200 people. 10% converted and say, okay, I'll sign up. And there's 200 people, they pay 5,000 ringgit each to sign up. And they give them all sorts of bonuses, and I'll give you double the product, I'll give you double the income, and they give you all these promises. If you come in early, you'll get all these benefits, right? And if you do this multiplication, that's 1 million ringgit. Okay. So okay, we got money to kickstart, not enough to go. And then the 200, we tell them, hey, we're going to do a super special bonus for you. If you sign up more people, we'll double your income again, right? I told you that earlier. So if you just bring in 1% or 2% or maybe 3%, they give you a bonus, right? So they give you a little like cap bonus. So that 200 will bring in another 2 million ringgit of sales. But at this point, there's no products yet. Okay. So the founder will take this money and go and start the company. Call up a few supplements company and say, could you manufacture this for me? Or maybe they have a pre-arranged, structure already that, okay, this is the costing, the price, the packaging. So you take all of this and then they manufacture the products and deliver to their first batch of customers, which is the 200 and also the ones that join afterwards. So you have 500, let's say, first customers. They all receive their products. They're happy. Now, at this point, the founder hasn't made money. So every time the founder made money, they will keep using the money to create more hype, right? Create more and more hype. They keep rolling on the purchase of the customers. They buy, right? People buy, got money, give more commissions, hype them up. And this is the one I heard from people who actually did this. He said he would deliberately buy cars for their team members so they can drive around in the 5 Series or E-Class or whatever, right? And that's how they grow. So here's the point. It becomes a bit scary. Let's say at one point the company is turning over 10 million ringgit a month. Okay? You've promised your leader, hey, don't worry, go for that sports car. I will take care of your monthly installments. Just go ahead and put the down payment and buy the car, right? And then they do. They go and get themselves the sports cars or whatever, it may be to flex. Okay? And then the company says one day, oh, we have problems with our supplier, right? Oh, we're delaying our products or whatever. And then boom, company shuts down. Company takes away that 10 million ringgit a month and just run away. And that leaves with a lot of people who have built their income. They might quit their job, join this company, trusted this company, get ripped away in just one fell swoop. So people lost their income, right? Just like the first one, lost their income on number two. Just like the first one, they spoil their reputation because they brought some people into this opportunity. So let's say if I brought Jean in, right? And then she quit the job being my producer, and now she's doing this, and now she has, no income, right? So of course I'm gonna get flagged. I'm gonna get whacked, and it's not nice, right? So that spurs a whole line of bad rap for the network marketing business. Okay, because you have founders who are running the legal business. There's a real product, following the act, but with an intention to shut it down. Now, the case I'm referring to is not specific in Malaysia, is other countries that I've been in. So this is the modus operandi they have done. But I would say this is pretty much similar. So the way to protect themselves, if you're interested in network marketing, my advice is this. Look for companies who are 5 years or maybe 10 years old and older. They have a proven track record of success, and they're not run by network marketers only. They're real people running a business, right? Because sometimes, again, you need to have a mix of network marketers, but look at the founder, right? Just look at the founder. What are their intentions? Okay, because the idea of ethicality is nothing to do about legality, right? Look at the ethicality of the founders and the management team. Okay. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the Keep It 100 podcast. If you enjoy our content, you probably want to subscribe to the Keep It 100 newsletter as well. See, when I started this podcast, I realized that a lot of people just like myself who want to live the 100 life. And that 100 life for you could be many different kinds of aspects. And whatever it looks like for you, I believe that there are 3 important areas that we have to grow. Number 1, mindset. Number 2, money and finances. And number 3, lifestyle. So what I'm doing in this newsletter is to share my personal insights around these 3 areas of our life so that we can start moving towards our 100th life. If you'd like to get this content and all these insights, please subscribe to the newsletter in the link in the description below. Back to the episode. And those are the second one. Okay. And the third one are legal and ethical companies. Means the company is ethical, right? They're legal. But it is not sustainable. And when I say not sustainable, it's usually by the people who run the business, the network marketer themselves. All right, so watch out for that. Okay, so there's some companies, again, they have a good intention. Management company want to do well. They got all their wheels on the track. They got their screws on their head. They're all okay. Good products, good compensation plan, good business plan. People making money. And here comes a bunch of people who want to make it big very fast. So one of the things that I've seen, and I've seen again and again, and still happens today, because it is not illegal, right? People do it. Okay, so it's called front loading. Okay. Now, in network marketing, there are ranks, and the higher the rank you are, usually, typically, you earn more money. All right, and sometimes the more, you want to have ranks. Okay, basically. So, for example, if I'm rank number 1, I may be able to make 10% of all the sales that I've generated, and maybe 5% of what my team has generated. Okay, but if I'm rank number 5, for example, I'm able to make 15% of what I sell. I'm able to make 25% of what my team makes. I give you an idea. So my income increases significantly if I'm a higher rank. So rather than working my way up to that rank, sometimes these people, they think, oh, we can outsmart this system. Why don't you buy all these products? Now, rather than you sign up with, because for example, to reach rank number 5, you have to sell 10 products, for example, or 15 products. Well, instead of selling 15 yourself, why don't you buy 15 of them and rank yourself up there? Right, smart, and then you start earning 25%. You start earning 5% more than your friends who started with just one product, right? Or one, X amount. Okay. So what ends up happening is that they buy a lot of products just to achieve that rank. And then in order to maintain that rank, they have to keep maintaining, all the accounts. Means you have to keep up a certain quota. Okay, the whole point I'm trying to say is that, number one, front loading. Why do you need so many products? Right? Why do you need so many products? Right? And that's why a lot of people end up with a lot of products in their house. Right? When they get into things that they have, like the whole house is full of them, and then they purchase every month just to maintain their account, their opportunity to make money. This is not sustainable, right? And this is how there was a company named L, right? It has to do with perfumes and fragrances. I'm talking about 1.5 decades ago. Heard a lot of people. I heard it was front loading. One of the guys that I work with who joined my company, he explained to me the whole process. It was a lot of front loading, and then a lot of pressure. And also, when people don't have the money, they encourage them to take personal loans, not from the banks, but from loan sharks. So a lot of things happen over there. And I'm talking about 50K, 60K in 2010, wherever that time was, right? Because that was even before I got involved in network marketing. And you could see why a lot of people got hurt. And it still happens. People still do front loading. It's essentially not healthy for the people who do it, and not healthy even for the company, right? Because it ends up burning the company's reputation. There are some companies who will try to stop front loading, but at the end of the day, if you are approached by a friend who's doing network marketing and they ask you to front load, be careful. Okay, I would say I'll put on my yellow flag, maybe even red flag, and see how sustainable that is. Okay, now the point I'm trying to say is this: network marketing is a legit business, and I've done this for the last 11 years. But of course, you must learn how to avoid the wrong ones. And it's also a set of skills and experience that allows you to identify one. And unfortunately, there is no rule book out there. There is no, there's no guidelines out there to sort of show this. So I created these guidelines to protect myself, because I know there's a lot of people who are also wanting to make money in network marketing business. So I create this video today and this guideline to help people navigate this world, right? And if you think about it, it is quite similar as traditional business as well, right? Considering that 90% of businesses get shut down in the first year. This is statistics. So 80% got shut down in the first year. This is US statistics, right? Because they fail, right? It's not just a random way they fail, but sometimes it's just they didn't foresee certain aspects of starting the business. And in network marketing, like any business, there are aspects that you need to consider. In network marketing, these are the things to consider as well. Of course, the other element are also having right skills, right strategies, to be able to succeed in the network marketing business. Okay. But this will give you a guideline to stay away, because no matter how good your skills and strategies are, if you got yourself in one of these three, the end is quite predictable, which is not good. Right. So I hope that by this video, you got some clarity and give you more confidence and feel a bit more peace of mind. Right. And for those of you who keen in network marketing, yeah, don't give up. There are great companies out there. There are great organizations out there. You just have to take a look and analyze by yourself. And for some of you, who are not into network marketing, and that's fine too. But at least you know these things, know how these things work, because you may have a friend who's getting involved. Send in this video, ask them to take a look, right, before it gets too late, right? Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you got value. If you did, please help me leave behind a comment. And please, please, please subscribe to our channel. You have no idea how much subscribe means, because the subscribe is the biggest encouragement for us to keep producing more content, even your likes as well, and your comments. So I appreciate every single comment that you put in. Me and my team read through them. And it's our commitment to keep doing better episodes in the future. All right? Thanks for watching. And as always, keep it 100.